Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first show for this new channel. A little bit about myself. I am a designer by trade, a mechanical designer, that is, and I've been doing this for, oh gosh, well, longer than I would like to admit. Over 20 years. I've been using SolidWorks for, gosh, I think for last time I checked, I think around 19 of those years. So, first I started off with AutoCAD. Did a lot of 3D design work because that was like one of my things that I really loved doing. And then when I decided to work for a company that was moving from AutoCAD to SolidWorks, I ended up getting a crash course in learning how to do SolidWorks, and I fell in love with it, and I haven't stopped since. Well, I take that back. Recently, one of the jobs that I acquired, they pulled me back into AutoCAD and doing some pipe design type stuff, and so I started this channel, one, to keep myself in the know and to keep my practice up for SolidWorks, because if you lose it, or if you stop using it, you lose it a little bit. So from there, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time dilly-dallying, so let's get right into it. What you'll notice in the title is that I'm going to be designing a 10 by 20 shed. And this will be episode 1. I envision this being taking a few design series, and from there I'm looking to actually take this and build it. And what I'll do is I'll get a like a GoCam or something and film the process uh, from breaking the ground where we're gonna put it to laying the foundation and building up from there, the framing, skinning, roofing, all that stuff. Uh, that'll all come in a later, much later, once funds are available, and of course the weather. So be looking forward to that. So we're what I'm doing here is taking from a concept to a design, and then all the way following through to a build. So I'm really excited about doing this, and I really hope you guys uh, enjoy what I'm putting out. So from there, what I'm gonna do is give you some ideas of what we went through. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open up a. Actually, it'd be better if I went to. My lord, this thing is acting crazy already. All right, so the first thing the wife and I did. I mean, they say that necessity is the mother of invention. So, with that in mind, a lot of the designs that you will see initially will be stuff that I will be able to build on site and use at the house. And from there, I'll definitely delve into some mechanical. I've got some designs for mechanical. I've even got surprise ideas for doing some plastic mold injection, showing how that works, the design criteria for that as well, and you know, even doing some fantasy type work, maybe some designs for games and whatnot. So, uh, you guys can see how all that works, how the mind of a designer uh, goes from point A to point B into a finished project. Uh, Rarely, though, does a designer actually get to build his own creation, so that's going to be a really neat feature for this series. So, one of the things that before doing anything on your property is you got to know your limitations. So, and one of the things when I go into a design aspect, I go in for cost, ease, practicality, things of that nature. So one of the first things that I did as far as research goes was finding out with my local municipality what is allowed without requiring permits, contractors, and things that'll just elevate the cost. So the shed is going to be the easiest to start out with. One, we need it now. We've got so many tools that we've acquired this past year that I just we need a shed. We end up buying a 54-inch riding mower, and right now it's taking up space in the garage, and I don't want it in my garage. So from there, the wife and we sat down, and after we found out from our municipality that anything, any structure that's on your land that's under 200 square feet does not have to be permitted. So that is our limitation. That's one of the first things. And we went through a bunch of different configurations, different sizing to get as close to 200. I mean, obviously the easiest one is a 10 by 20, which that is what we decided. And what I did here is to get out the basic design. So this cylinder represents a person with an average height of 60 inches, so 5 feet. So what I did here was, excuse me, but I want simplicity. So I'm looking at a 10 wide by 20 long shed. And what that does is that gives us the most bang for our buck as far as what we plan on putting in here. So we have a 10-foot high peak height and a 9-foot high eave height. So our rise over run will be a 10-to-1. I'm dropping 1 foot in 10. So that is the basic. This is a solid structure, so there's no framing or anything. It's just a block, and this gives you a size comparison. We know that we want to put a garage door here. That will allow us to drive into the or drive our riding mower in, and that'll take up enough room to where towards the back we can have shelving for tools, and then all of this area over here will be used for other items. Probably put a window, door, a couple windows in for circulation. Some of the initial ideas is some tin roof, which I'll be showing how I download all that. Even if I have to create the profiles and stuff for that, I'll walk you through the process and how that's done. So from there, since we have the basic idea and the design that we want, the first thing we're going to do is decide whether or not if we want what type of foundation we want. My initial idea was doing a pole type where I dig a hole, throw a post in, fill it with concrete, and basically build off of that. The other option is to do a 10 by 20 concrete slab. So what I think for this series, since I'm still not decided on which way I want to go, I think what this might do is give you guys an idea to or show you guys how configurations are done. So I can do both and then do a cost analysis between them, show you guys what that cost analysis is, and then decide based on that, because wood prices were really high and they've gotten even worse. So we're hoping that they'll die back down by the time we're ready to build this thing, but if not, it may be beneficial to go ahead and do a full concrete slab. So, and I can show you this by what I mean, and these are the different sizes that we looked through. 11 by 18.2 feet, which you'll see that this automatically updates to whatever I want. And these are configurations. 12 and a half by 16 feet. So, like I said, we went through all of these configurations and figured out kind of what we wanted to look at. And just the 10 by 20 just seemed to be the best way to go. One, a lot of lumber comes in 10-foot sections, so that'll be really easy to work with, depending on the size, of course. Alright, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I don't need to save it. And we're going to start a new project, or a new part. One of the things that you'll notice about SolidWorks is you kind of have to know what your assembly is on a grand vision to know what parts you need to bring into the assembly. So the first thing I'm going to do is start making, actually let's do this. Let's make a concrete slab. That'll be pretty easy. You can select different planes. And then it automatically sends it to, right at the forefront. And then I want a centered rectangle. Now the cool thing is you draw the basic shape, doesn't matter, and then you dimension it. Oh, that's that. Do I have? Yes, I do. And see, okay, so this is important to notice. All of my units are set to inches. So I've got to remember that. If I try and set 10, it's going to think it's 10 inches. So everything else is going to be off. So I've got to make sure that I put in however many inches. So 10 feet, 120 inches. And then it kind of scales what I've done already. And then I want 240 inches. Nice. That's exactly what I want. And then we're going to extrude this. I can exit the sketch. Features. Extrude. Now I could have done it without exiting the sketch, but okay, so for a typical shed 10 by 20, I'm guessing 4 inches will be enough. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go with 6 inches. Now, the other thing I can do, I don't have a material specified, and let's see if I can actually assign this material to non-metals. It may not have. So we got wood, which is cool because I plan on using that. It does not have concrete. Custom materials, plastic. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so what I'll have to do is check out because I know they have the, I'll have to import one. I'll have to find it, see if there's one, or go through and create the properties. I will research that and do that, show you guys how that's gonna go next time. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it as an unspecified material, but I know this is my concrete pad. Okay. All right. So from there, we're gonna go ahead and save this part. And what I'm gonna do, holy moly, we're gonna save this in. Okay, where is it? Oh, desktop. And we're going to do the 10 by 20 shed. That way I keep all of them there, and this is going to be the, and it's good to keep your, or to get your, to be pretty explicit about your part files. That way you don't get confused, or you don't actually name something the same. Oops. Concrete pad. Alright, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I did my sketch, and then I assigned a thickness to it. Basically is all it is. Basically we extruded a 2D to a 3D object. Next we need wood. So now if I'm going to use this as my base, then I can go ahead and do some 2x4s. So we're going to create some new parts. Let's see. Front Prolane would probably be the best way to go about this. Now, 2x4s. They're cut 2x4, but when they cure them in the sun, they finish out at 1.5 by 3.5. So that's what I will dimension this as. 1.5 at 3.5. Oh, there, let's try and enter the right number there. All right. Now, these are available in 8-foot sections, I believe. Standard 2x4s. I think you can get 10 foots, 16 foots. I believe I'll have to double check that. In fact, this is one of the things that you will see people, designers do. They verify. So standard, whoops, wow, stand number sizes, and Home Depot's fine. Here we go. Dimensional number. We want 2x4s. And this is just to get an idea. 2x4. Oh, that's the actual size. It's not for length. Well, alrighty then. Let's try Home Depot. Let's see if they do have 2x4x10. I'm pretty sure they do. Pressure treated 2x4x10, number 2, ground contact. Now that's what I would definitely want. We want ground contact because, well, you want pressure treated for your sill. They call this a sill plate. Your initial, what you use when you start forming your walls. So now that I know that I can get 2x4x10s, even though it's not really going to go in or on the ground, I still want it to be pressure treated ground contact, for the simple fact, if we spill anything inside the shed, or if water is so great and there's some kind of a flooding and it pushes up against and seeps in between the concrete and this wood, it won't wick up into the vertical supporting structures and rot all of that out. So, and they are, I mean, they are pretty expensive right now. So we're gonna go with that 2x10, or sorry, 2x4x10s. And okay, why is this? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and extrude this. Actually, I can do that without even exiting. And I want that to go away from me. So 120 inches, 10 feet. And I can actually show you guys how to assign material. SolidWorks has a plethora. Now, keep in mind, SolidWorks is primarily used as a design tool for mechanical structures, or mechanical items. You know, engines, lots of moving parts, gears, sheet metal. It's actually got a very cool sheet metal plug-in. It has an electrical plug-in, and I have a couple of those. This is my own licensed copy. Paid a lot of money for it, and it's just so much fun to play with. Okay, so I know that most of the, or well, a huge portion of lumber that's pressure treated, or not, is most generally pine. So one of the best, but it's super expensive, is cedar. It's naturally pest resistant. It's naturally rot resistant. It's a premium wood that you use for building decks, things that you know are going to stay outside. I mean, you can get, if when done right, you can build decks with cedar and they'll last you 50 years. Pressure treated pine can last up to 20 years. You know, given my age and how much longer I have left to live, we're okay with some pine. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and I can close that out. So there's my 2x4x10. And this is the pressure treated. I will make note of that when I save this. Now, I don't have specifics for the between, or actually I don't have a material that specifies between regular pine, like for regular lumber, like framing lumber, but we'll basically make it its own part. So it's a different, it comes up as a on its own. When I do the cut list and the bill of materials, it'll cut up, it will come up as a separate item. So we're going to go ahead and save this. And this is going to be my 10, sorry, 2x4 by 10, pressure treated. Yeah, pressure treated. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and spell that out. There we go. And then what I can do, since I don't really need to recreate the wheel here. And this will be a 2x4 framing, made of the same material, but I can associate the differences between the between everything, so it comes up in the bill of materials, and you guys will see that much later in the series. Okay, so from there we can actually we can actually start with an assembly and start laying some of this out. So let's look at this. I'm gonna actually I want to get to the pad, and I should be able to make an assembly from this part. And now I can place it anywhere I want to, but if I just click the OK button, it actually throws it in a really good spot, in like a 0, 0, 0 centered. So it kind of keeps everything, you align it to your fixed point. Alright, so your sill plate is what you lay down first. So we're going to insert, is that right? Yes, insert components. Okay, notice that since I did a save as for the 2x4 that's framing, I have to change, or I actually have to bring in the pressure treated one because that's the first one I want to lay down. So, cool thing, and you guys will see some really neat magic here. I can just throw it anywhere I want. Doesn't matter which one is top or bottom. I can also hold my control button, select the item, and it'll duplicate it for me. So we're going to attach these. I'm selecting what I'm defining as the bottom side. Arbitrary, doesn't matter. And I am attaching it to the top of the concrete pad. Okay. And you have different mates. These are called mates. And there's a lot of variations. There's complex mechanical mates. You'll see most of the time right now, we'll just be using some simple mates. I want it coincident. Basically, I want it to smash together and touch. So that's there. And I also want it, so if you look at this from the head-on direction, whoops, you'll see that it's, no matter if I try to pull up, it's attached to the foundation. So now we have to get it in its proper front and back. Now, live chat should be enabled, so if you guys have questions, feel free to throw them up. It does appear that there's probably about a 30-second to a minute delay, so go ahead and should be able to post a message or a question, and about a minute later I should be able to see it pop up, and I'll give you the best answer I can. Alright, so we're going to attach that. Whoops. So basically what's happening here is I'm basically building this before I build it. When I do this, I can see any potential issues that come up. Now, what I do also like to do is set myself up a front and a back. So what I'm going to do is take this face, and I'm going to call it my front, and I'm just going to color it. Well, maybe. Oh, appearance, the face, yes. I'm going to color it something kind of bright and so that it stands out, and that reminds me because when you start designing and you start moving stuff all around, you forget where front and back is. So I'm doing this so I remember where the front is. Alright, so far so good. Now, right now, I'm not going to worry about how this is going to fasten, how the lumber is going to fasten to the concrete slab. I usually do that a little bit later once I'm positive I know what direction I'm going with. So it really, really helps in the future, because if you start punching holes or putting anchor bolts in, um, and you change just a little aspect of it, it might throw off all of the other things, and you have to redo all of these holes and alignments and stuff. So it's just better come in and do that on the back, on the after. Let's see. The side facing the house. Do you need to allow for the doorway, or will that lumber go all the way across anyway for the threshold? It'll depend on the what's being utilized as the what's be well it'll okay, let me think about this and how I can reply to that. It'll depend on the door itself. If you buy a pre-hung or prefab door, uh, we will have to make a cutout in here to allow for that door, which that will come, I will definitely bring that in once we decide where the door's going, yada yada yada. So right now what I'm doing is I'm getting just an initial layout, and that's what we're going to do for now. And then from there I'll go and check out the doors, see what's available, what fits, what style we want, and then I'll bring that information in. I'll make some models of it, and you guys all get to see that. And then we'll change what needs to be changed on the design, because the the other thing that we'll have to account for is the roll-up garage door for the mower. So that's going to be something else. So there'll be some coming back, modifying, things of that nature as well. So we'll get there. Alright, so for now, I'm going to copy. Oh, whoops, wrong button. I'm going to need a couple other pieces here. Now, the one thing that we're going to notice is I have 20 foot, and I have 3.5 inches plus 3.5 inches on either side not utilized, or I can't utilize. I can't lay these over and crash them into this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open this part, and we're going to go to my configurations tab, and I'm going to add a configuration, and this is going to be a 2x10 by it'll be 9 foot, holy Christ, 9 foot 3 inches, because I need 7 inches removed. No. I only need 3 inches removed because I'm using 2 pieces. So this will be 9 foot 9 inches. So basically 9.75 feet. And we'll do it that way. Keep everything, and I will mark that to be used in the bill of materials. Let's see, does that... You know what? I'm going to change the default name as well. I have to double click that. Oh my god, why does it do this? There we go. 2x10. Oh lord. 2x10 by 10. There we go. 2x10 by... Okay. And then when I activate this and then go into my extrusion, and I'm going to shorten this by 3 inches. So I can actually do -3. And ta-da. Done. Go back to the assembly. And I can change these to by shortened pieces. Hello. Yeah, one thing that SolidWorks is a little bit goofy on is some of these commands, and it's been that way ever since I've been using it. Alright, one cool thing you can do, should be able to free rotate these. That's the rotate view. Used to have a little button that I would click that could do it. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Oh my goodness. Alright, so, and actually I'm going to need 4 of those. So I'm going to copy 2 more. Alright, we're going to mate the bottom of the lumber to the top. Come on. And then I'm going to mate this. Whoa, what happened here? Why did this... Oh, I know what happened. Okay, it accidentally changed everything. Let me go back to the... I forgot to tell it only do that. Yeah, when you edit the feature, see it made that change to all configurations, and it was only supposed to do it to this configuration. So I'm gonna that should do that, and then we're gonna double check this one and verify that it's the correct length. Yeah, I see it. This configuration. Alright, there we go. So now, alright, now when you'll see it shorten, and then that's lengthened back to the original. Alright, there we go. We'll save that. And then we'll go back into our assembly, and these are the appropriate length now. And those should be the appropriate length as well. Okay, now we're back in business. Yeah. Do what I want, not what I say, right? So we're gonna mate those 2 ends up. Likewise. Whoops. Sometimes you lose focus on where you're at here. Why didn't it give me my... There it is. Come on. Alright. And then I like to check. For some reason that's encroaching in. Did I not do that correctly? 3.5. Oh, it's 3.5. Oh my goodness. I gotta take another 1/2 inch off. Goodness. This is how we do it. There we go. Now we're looking good. Now we're looking great. Alright, now we just attach these pieces. Come on. I usually like to do this in the same way so that it's the same every single time. No surprises. It's tedious. That's not what I want. It's a little bit tedious, but it's worth it when you start doing things. Get in a habit of doing things the same. Okay, why is it not doing this? Where's the mate? There we go. Yep. There we go. Yeah, the mate tool is pretty cool too. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. I'll save this assembly. Save all. And it's going to ask me a name for my file. We're just going to call it the 10 by 20 shed. And what I'm going to do here, because I'm going to try and show you some of the little more complex in future series here for these configurations and how it's neat to get all this compiled into different configurations, and do and click between the two, you see some completely different item things. So this one is concrete pad, and then we'll do another one later that has the pole version. So even from here, I already know there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to have to change and a lot of things I'm going to have to do. I've got to find a design for a roll-up garage door that I want. I'm looking for a canister, one that I can use in a residential. It has to be wide enough and tall enough to make sure that when I'm sitting on the riding mower that I can just drive it in, which also means I'm going to end up getting the width of the tires and making little ramps here as well. So that'll be something I'll add a little later on. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's see, back wall is not going to need any windows that I am thinking. Alright, let's think about this, because we have two pieces of lumber and I split them down the middle so I could butt them up. But what I really need to do is make a subassembly. Now I could go old school with this and really do it up to where it's a good sill plate and then I put the wall on top, or you know what, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to design that way, kind of overdo it a little bit. Oh, nope, I wanted to do that. Alright, so let me start a new assembly, and what I'm going to do, no, I want a new assembly. Hello. Let's start a new assembly. And what I'm going to do is we're going to use some framing lumber. So I know that my back wall, I want it to be 9 feet. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring in one of these pieces. How do I want to do that? Because this is going to get a little messy. Because that's in the center, and that's fine. I can live with that. So this is my framing piece, even though it's the same damn thing. And I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to start figuring out what pieces I need. We already know that we've got a split on the back wall. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to have, since I have the sill plate, going front to back, the full length of the board, and then left to right, the length of the board, but shortened by 3.5 inches and split. So I'm going to overlap that. So I'm going to go left to right. Yeah, okay. Bear with me. I'm thinking this through in my head. I will come to this in a second. So what I'm going to do is go back to that assembly, that subassembly. Maybe not. Just go back to it. Don't be a butt. And let me see my orientation here. And honestly, I want this to be my top. So I should be able to reassign. Is that right? It's been a while. Yeah, reassign. So now, nope. Okay, let me try that again. Reassign my normal to that. Oh, wait, that's what I gotta do. Reassign. Okay, maybe I have to save it first. Back wall sub assembly. I know it says sub as, so get it out of your head. Alright, doesn't matter. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to duplicate that piece. So what we're going to do is just build the back wall, since that's going to be the easiest for now. What I'm hoping to provide here is, I'm thinking about going for a couple hours. If people are interested in seeing longer, definitely leave a comment, and we'll go from there. So this is actually going to be 2 walls. Because putting up a 20-foot section at one time is a little bit, so we can basically make these 2 separate walls, and it'll just be extra thick in the middle, which is fine. Alright, so I know we're going to need a 2x4x9. Honestly, I'm going to have to change that. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the name of those files to 2x4 and then the... Yeah, we can do that later. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. So let's go to the 2x4x10. Since we're going to have a top and bottom, need the configurations. Whoops, keep it the same, 2x4x10. And then I want add a configuration. This be 2x4x, and this is going to be, so I want 9 foot. Alright. One of the things you'll definitely need, besides cat hair, we have many cats, so there's a bunch of cat's hair everywhere. Good notepad, pen, scratch paper, so you can do rough calculations. So I've got 120 inches is the length of my what I have here and this is for the back wall. So 9 foot is 108 inches. Calculators are good as well. And I always verify my, oops, helps if I type it in, yeah, 108 inches. And I'm taking the thickness of the board, which will be this thickness here, that blue highlighted area, twice, because I have a top, bottom, oh, and the sill plate. So I'll be taking it 3 times. That's 1.5 inches, 3 times, which is 4.5 inches. So we take that away from our 108, and that gives us 103.5 inches. So that's what I want this one to be. So that'll be no, that's not right. Yeah, it's 103.5, but to convert that into feet, that's going to be 103. Jesus. What is that? 8 5/8 of a 8 feet 5/8, 8.8 5/8 of a foot. So I'm going to make that into a decimal just for my purposes. Yeah, you don't really get to be able to put fractions and I mean, I guess you could if we did it, but 5/8 of a foot, nobody really talks like that. At least not in construction. We talk about stuff like that in the civil arenas, civil engineering and stuff like that, using decimal feet. I do it because it's easier for me to remember, and I don't have to do a lot of conversions and stuff. So, all right, so we got the configuration. Now I just need to modify the thickness of this one and make sure it's only for this configuration this time. So 103.5. Alright, so I always like to double check to make sure. Why does that look like that went? Oh. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, because these are 120. Okay, okay, now I'm cooking. Alright, now we can go back to our back wall subassembly, and I can actually copy some of these, turn them up on in, and then change that change that configuration. Why does it keep doing this? Get it to the end. Oh my good gracious. Alright, we're starting to come together now. And I can, helps if I hit the right button. Copy that again. Now, what I don't really want to do is, I know this kind of makes a little bit more work for me, but I'm not going to try and split that and put the center of this. Well, I guess I could. We'll do it anyway. Alright, so we're going to select the midpoint. And actually, no, it'd be better if I did. There we go. The right plane. What the hell? I actually want it to mate to... Okay, let's turn this one off for a second. We're going to suppress that. That way I can mate this properly. Right plane to here. I want it mated up. There we go. Yep. And I'll unsuppress that. Okay, whatever. Alright, that's pretty good. And we'll just keep rocking and rolling with it. This is where it gets a little bit redundant, a little bit mundane, but hopefully... what? Did it not mate? So weird. Oh, it is mated. Okay. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Oops. Alright, we got that. We're gonna go ahead and, whoa, hello. Undo that. I don't know why it dragged that over. Alright, make more pieces and parts. We're gonna assemble this. Whoops. The other thing that you'll definitely be checking for, to making sure everything's mated properly and that it stays exactly where you want it. Oh, whoops. I actually did the wrong mate. Wait, where are we at here? No, that should have been... Alright, what did I do? Let's look at the mates. We did that one. That one, so why would that break the mate? I don't understand. It won't. It just is lying. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if you've seen before, but when one of the mates, if it's not fully locked in, there'll be a minus sign there, indicating that, okay, like if I delete that mate that I just did, there's a minus sign, and that indicates that you have a free floating, it's not locked down. So that's how you know. Some things you'll want to leave locked down. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, so we got our framing. And what I want to do, I believe that the spacing, the on-center spacing between studs and a vertical support for a structure is 16 inches. But we're going to verify that. So, let's see. Center to center distance. Studs or shed. Yeah, stud spacing versus 16 or 24. I'm going to use 16 because I'm just that way. Let me bring Subassembly. Hello? Subassembly. Yeah, sometimes it does this. SolidWorks likes to argue with you. Alright, so there's a couple different ways that this can be done. There is an array command in assemblies. I don't like using them just because they're not, I don't like them. They're not very, friendly when you're doing varying configurations as well as maintaining some good spacing, because obviously, you know, this is the center and I want to go 16 on center from there. We have roughly 10 feet. So basically I'm going to have some stuff that's a little bit off at the end, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just show you the offset, the linear pattern. Components to pattern is this one. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's not what I wanted it to do. I want components, this one. The direction I want to go is, direction 1 is this way. And direction 2, I should be able to go this way as well. Let's see, spacing in instances. Distance, we need 16 inches. And we start plugging away. 8 is pretty good. And same with this one. 16 inches. And oh, that's supposed to go the other way. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're looking at, it's not perfect, but I'm actually okay with making the corners a little bit stronger. This gives me another row, if I need to nail a structure together or towards. The other option is I could go from the ends and work my way in. And then this becomes goofy, but I really like doing it this way. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Now that, yeah, that should all lock. Okay. Whoa, hello. Cancel. What is it doing? Alright, so one thing that you can do, which is really cool, is you can measure stuff. So what I'm going to do is verify that this is 9 feet, or 108 inches. It's 106.5, so I did something wrong. It's always good to double check your work. Oh, that's right. No, this is correct, because when I drop it on the sill plate, it's going to come up to, it's going to add another inch and a half. So it'll be 6'7" plus another inch, that's 108. Alright. So this back wall assembly, assuming I don't want any windows, should be fine. So let's go ahead and put that in here. And that's what's cool about this. We can insert this subassembly. Document has not been saved for at least 20 minutes. No, we're not going to worry about that. Oh my god, will you leave me alone? I hate this notification crap. It's so stupid. Alright. I do not know why these are acting... What? Oh. Graphics glitch. Okay. Whatever. Might be because of all the... can I do a rebuild? There we go. Do a rebuild. Alright, I really want to find that that rotate feature, because that's so helpful when you're trying to rotate something. Let me see if I can find that here. I'm not seeing it. Alright, well, just as well. Let's see. Front is that way. Right plane. So we're going to call the right plane the bottom. So, alright, I'll make this my bottom plate. So we're going to mate that to here. Boom. And then I like to generally pick a common alignment. Oh. I know I didn't with the first one because I wanted to set there. Okay, and okay, there we go. That's beautiful. Alright, perfect. Alright, we have the back wall done. Now, moment of truth. Inside height should be 9 feet. Evaluate, and we'll measure that. 108 inches. Right on the money. That's when you know you're doing something right. Now, alright, this is a good point. I'm going to save here. I really wish I wouldn't do that. Cool thing is you can group all this stuff, which is really nice. And I'll show you guys that once, when that happens. No window on the back. Okay, good. The wife has spoken. I don't necessarily like the way that is. I'm going to have to double check and make sure that's okay. The audio stream's bit rate is lower than the use an auto stream of a... Is everybody... You can hear me just fine, right? Let's see here. I don't know why it's... Right? Everybody can hear me just fine? Hello? Wouldn't everybody say anything all at once? That'll scare me. Well, I'm assuming it is for now. Maybe turn all the way up to hear you. Oh, okay. So, you know what? Let me see if I can adjust. Alright, I'm adjusting some of the settings. Let me know if that's any better. I'm gonna have to check some of these settings. No, I don't want scene transitions. Better. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, good. Alright. Curious. Alright. Let's do a short break. And I will be right back. Unfortunately, I don't have a splash screen for when I'm away, so I'll just leave it right there. I'll go ahead and just turn the cam off. And we'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. One important thing I forgot to mention is make sure you have plenty of liquids when you're designing, and also something never hurts to have some stuff with some caffeine in it too. Always stay hydrated. Make sure you have lots of thinking power. Alright, so from here, I think what I'm going to do is I think I am going to show you what a designer does when there's, we went through earlier and we were going to assign a material to the, or assign a material, but we found that there was no material for concrete. So let's do this. Let's see. Let's go. I guess it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to change all the properties anyway. Let's go ahead and copy that. Wait a minute, what? I thought there was a way to... Oh, wait, there it is. No? Where's... I don't really want to make a new library. Can I not? Oh, custom materials. I think I have to do that way. There we go. New. Let's open the library. New material. There we go. That's what I want. Materials. I'm not sure what it's asking me to do here. I thought it would be in the same custom materials. No. What? Okay, I don't understand. Why is it doing this? It should be really easy. New material. Okay. We're gonna concrete. Category. What kind of category do I want? Rock? Because I can do gravel pits too. Nah, I don't know. Sustainability. Okay, so... Alright, time to do some research. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. Just so we can see this side by side and go back and forth. Properties of concrete. Oh, actually, we're going to be using Quickcrete, so that's probably different. That's probably technical data. That's what I want. I don't want maintenance. No, quick setting. Fast setting concrete. Quickcrete. There we go. Let's look at the data sheet on that. Oh my goodness. Compressive strength is 5,000. I don't have the information for the shoot. Okay, compressive strength. Newtons per meter is what it wants. Okay, this will be a little more complicated than I wanted it to be. Millipascals. You know what? Sorry, but I have to move that to the screen you guys can't see because going between. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Alright. Compressive strength in Newton meters. So I need PSI to 2 Newton meters. Okay. How come I can't change the units? Alright, you know what? We're not going to do this. I'm going to do a little bit more research on that first. I thought that was going to be a fun thing to do, but it's not because I don't have all the information. I'll dig the information in next, and in the next series, that'll be one of the first things we do. Alright. So now we need to decide door. So let's go ahead and look up prefab door. I'm not sure if that's how it's, or it's actually pre-hung door. Pre-hung exterior door. Whoops. Oh, why did it do that? Come on. It's really taxing my system. I want something simple. Okay, yeah. Patio door. That should... Okay, no, I don't want French patio doors. Good lord. Oh, there's so many. Well, I should be able to... Let's hide unavailable products. And we will do wood. Right hand in swing. Door configuration. Single door. Oh my lord.
Left hand in swing.
Left hand in swing? Okay.
Yeah.
Left hand in swing. And we're going to go... Let's see, 32 by 80. 32 by 96. Oh gosh. Okay, pre-hung doors are expensive as hell. Holy shit. And there's one. That is awful. That is just...
Okay, don't look up wood doors, look up metal doors.
That is just awful.
Look up steel.
What? I'm thinking...
Look at that black one. The window in it.
This one? It's for a shed, dear. I don't Seriously?
That's not bad. I know.
32. But it's 32 by 8 by 80. That is really tiny. I want at least a 36. Let's do 36 by 80s and see what we got. That one's... No. You went black, right? Why isn't it showing up for black? Well, honestly, all I need to know is the cutout.
Well, just maybe.
Alright. Jam depth. Rough opening. That's what I want, is a rough opening. Installation. No. Oh, come on. Why? Let's make it easy here. Rough opening. Measure height and width of frame door space. Let's look at the installation guide and see what it says here. Rough opening is calculated using 14-inch wide side lights. Deduct 2 inches from the rough width for each 12-inch. I have no idea what a fucking side light is. What the hell? Yep, designers do this. Oh, I see. Okay. These are the side lights. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So, okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. I know what a side light is now. That is a side light. Okay. We don't want a side light. All we're doing is a rough inch door size used for this form and 36 by 80 rough openings. Opening height in swing. So what about the height? 38.25 inches. And the height, I thought it said in swing out. We're doing in swing, right? 82 inches. We're doing, I believe we're doing in swing.
Yes, in swing, left in swing.
In swing. Okay, so 82 inches. Let me write this down. So 38.25 by 82 inches. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. All right. And that's going to be on the front here. And I wanted to put a small one in the back to access. Nah, we'll think about that later. All right, so we need. Do we want it centered or offset? You want it centered or offset?
No, I want it to the left corner.
Left corner, uh-huh.
Out at the front. Yep, right there.
Okay. Okay, so you can't really put it on the edge because you have to have the framing in place. So, all right, let's build this wall. I'm going to keep it, so I need some of those. And then I'll have to have a door jamb, or not a door jamb, but a header. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's do, whoops. This is the front, back, we'll call this right, and that left. Okay, so we're going to do a new assembly. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. And we need some 2x4 framing. And this should be the... Alright, this is going to be a different size. Which I'm going to need this dimension. From here to here. Whoops, evaluate. 113 inches. Oh, that's the assembly. Okay. I was wondering why something didn't look right. Go into configurations. We're going to add a configuration. And this will be 113 inches. It's going to be 9 feet and some change. So we're going to call that 2x4 by not, whoops, by 9 points. Jesus. Just call it 417. And modify this to be 113 inches. And for this configuration only. What? Jesus. There we go. Trying to do Newton meters for some reason. What the hell? Alright, so we need one of those. Alright, why? Oh, because I'm not in the assembly, that's why. Oh, I'm going to save that. And we'll change that to the proper length. Make another one. And we'll get these in the same alignment. And that'll be some distance out there. Alright, we'll save this. Rebuild and save the document. I'm fine with that. This will be right wall subassembly. Alright, there we go. Alright, then we can bring in these and change these to, oh my goodness. Change those to that. Come on, I know you're here. Where's the rotate feature? That's gonna bug me. I don't want to rotate the view. Yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't do what I want. Alright. Come on. Cooperate. This is the fixed one. Yes, okay. Ah, that's not what I want. And then we can, this is the, let me make sure here what I'm looking at. Bring that to that. Alright. Now, let's see. We're going to decide which side is which. So that'll be the left-hand side of left, and that's where we want, oh no, this way. There, I'm going to just set this up to where I know what's what. Alright, there we go. Okay, so, I think what I might do is I'm going to make a sketch. I think I want to do a new sketch, and I'm going to put it on the top plane. And, oops, nope, control, nope, alt, there we go. There we go. This way I can mark off some of my, the rough opening, just as a guideline. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to sketch a 2-point.
So this is the full side, right?
Alright, so we have 38.25 inches. 38.25 inches that way, and we need 82 inches this way. And I think what I'm going to do is offset that 16 inches. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't, it should be a center to center dimension. So that's that one. So let me show. We're going to show that. Oh, what the hell? I should be able to do it this way. Oh, for real? There we go. That's what I want. Haha. 16 inches. Actually, that's wrong. I am going to need 16 inches to the center of that board. Well, I'll just make sure that my center line is right on there. Okay, that actually will work. That'll be fine. I can make that work. Okay, so this is my opening. And this is just a guideline, which is pretty cool. You can set that up. So I know that I need to remove and basically reconfigure this bottom piece. To the dimensions to make sure that we have that 38.25 inches as the rough in opening. And then here we have to have a header, and typically you just stack a couple of 2x4s on top of each other, and then we have vertical supports there. So, math time. Normally you can do this out in the field. These guys, the construction guys, they do this pretty quick stuff, so. Alright, so we're going to, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to make this, that's going to have to come up to this point. So what's that dimension there? From here to here. Oh, let me get my little handy dandy measuring tool. That's 58 inches, and that's to, okay. So I'm gonna need, alright, so I need one of these. Nope, that's not right. I need this to be at this height. Yes. So I need an 82 inch. Okay, yep. Alright, let's get that framing open, and we're going to do another configuration. And this is going to be a 2x4 by 80 inches, or 82 inches rather, which we're at 6.83 feet. And we're going to modify the extrusion on that to be, oh my lord, 68 inches. Oh my lord, no, it's supposed to be 82 inches. Good grief. Where did I get, oh, because 6 foot, yeah, okay, 6 feet, 6.8333 feet. Alright, we're going to save that. And then I'm going to need another piece that's 58 inches. So we need another configuration. 2x10. 4 point. Aw, come on. There we go. That's better. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. It's 2x4. I don't know why I put 2x10. I'm not using a 2x10. That would be overkill. All right, there we go. That's better. And then we need the 58 inches. There we go. Now we're cooking. Save all that. So what's going to happen is I'm going to change this to my 58 inches to go to here. And then that's going to freak all this out. So, but I'll just fix it. Yeah, that should be that one. Yep. All right, so what we're going to do then, we'll fix this model. So I just, basically all I need to do is just change the mate. So that mate needs to be changed, and first face needs to change to this one. Hello? Wait, what? We remove, oh my god, delete. Alright, that's good. Hello, that's good, I said. Thank you. Alright. Now, normally what'll happen is basically they'll lay this out and then they'll cut that out sometimes. Just depends on how they do it. I may have to rethink some of this. Alright, so we're going to do from here to here. That is 16 3/4 inches. Alright. So we'll get our framing Add a configuration. 2x4 by, it's going to be 1 foot 6 something. Oh no, 1.396. Honestly, I should change these over to make it a little bit more easier to just change it to inches. That'd make it so much easier to read. We'll do that later. That's easy. Easy enough to do. And that's going to be 16.75 inches. Done. Save. Go back to our right wall subassembly. I'm going to grab a copy of this. We'll change it to the stubby. Boom. Alright, then we'll mate it up. Come on. So I did 82 inches on one of these, I believe, but that's not going to be right because I need it to subtract this height. Unless I do it on top of this one and do an inset. Oh, I can probably do it that way. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, 82 inches. Yeah. My God, 82. Yep. Yeah, let's do it that way. Mhm. Copy that. Oh. Come on. Alright, and then we need a 38 and a quarter. I believe I need to make that one. 38 and a quarter. Add configuration. 2x4 by. Uh, 38.25 inches. Yep. Save that. Get back over to our assembly. Oh. No. That's not how I want to do it. I want these to be the same. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to have a different, different configuration here. You'll see why. Let's Nope, stop. Jesus. Should be 3.1. There it is. That is not what I just said to do. Oh my Lord, have mercy. What the hell's going on? It selected the wrong one. What the fuck? What the hell's going on here? Is this right now? No. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. There we go. Now we're back in business. Alright. This one is the one I want to change. Right? Yes. Oh, great googly moogly. Alright, so from here to here, I'm going to have, here's a new mate, a distance mate. I want that to be my 82 inches. And then we're going to do, nope. Come on, that's not what I want. This one. Gonna mate those up. Mate that up. Alright, and these are actually going to go all the way up. And then that gives us what we need in between for the framing. Alright. Those are 8.625. So, oh, wait. Yep. Stop grabbing. This is how the big boys do it. Alright. Header should be really stout. Come on. Alright, actually I can turn this sketch off now. So I really don't need it anymore. Alright. Good header. I'm going to double check, but I believe that it is customary to provide double wall. Oh, but see, but that's not sitting on anything. That's relying on the screws. And the shearing force, the weight transfer, when I assign the load through this gap down to here, that's not going to transfer the load to here. Alright, let's fix that. My goodness gracious. Yeah, I want the load transfer. So I have to do it the other way. Okay, so this is going to get dropped back down to Should be that, I believe. No? Alright, come on. That's supposed to be the right. Oh, because it's sitting on top of that. Okay, so that actually needs to change. Minus an inch and a half. So 82. 82 minus an inch and a half is 80 and a half inches. That's what I need that to be. Alright, so that should freak out the assembly saying, hey, that configuration no longer exists. Oh, okay. It did it by itself. Okay, never mind. Okay, and we'll make another one of these. Change this to the right height. Oh, gotta say yes, thank you, that's what I want. Come on. And then these will change as well, so we'll do that here in a sec. Alright, so my distance from here to here, 44 and a quarter inches. Whoops. And we'll go ahead and rename that one. Lovely. Oh, I know why. Yep. That's... Those are okay. I gotta change these to the out. this one. Sometimes it's easier to look at mates. That's not locked in? That's weird. I thought that was locked in. Yes. That goes to that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's do it this way then. Okay. And, oh, goodness. That is locked in place, so I need to fix that. There. Ah, that one needs to be deleted. Awesome. And I think this one is locked in as well. Yeah, it is. And we're going to delete that mate and get it right. There we go. Turn off my sketch now. Alright, that looks pretty beautiful. And then I need a distance from here to here. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. I want my 18.5 inches. Add configuration. Oh my goodness. 1.5 or 2, close enough. Yeah, I'm gonna change all those to inches. I'll do that off camera. That's gonna be boring to make you guys sit through that. What did I say? 18.5. Okay. Alright, let's bring those in. Oops, wrong button. Change that to there. Oh, damn it. Did it again. Christ almighty. Forgot I was selected on the one that I didn't want to change. I think that's the right one. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I want let's see, how can I do this easy? This would be a weird mate, but You know what? Let's do this mate first. Made that. Oops, come on. Oh, Jesus. That's. And we'll bring. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Mate that midpoint to. Oh. And set in the, yep, there it is. Make that up. Alright, now we'll do an array on that. Direction 1 will be that way. Direction 2 will be that way. See how that, when I change the direction, how this arrow tells me which way I'm going. So that's a pretty nice little feature as well. Alright, 16 inches, and we're going to do, let's try 1. Why is it not showing up? Oh, components pattern. Jesus, I'm a dumbass. 2. 2. I'll have to verify this design. I don't think that's quite right. I'll have to look at some framing, because they probably do just to the ends, which as long as it's under 24 inches, it should be fine. Actually, the midpoint of that. Okay. For now, I'm going to leave it. Then I'll double check. I don't think that's quite right, but it meets the requirements. 16 inches on center. And I can always put another one here or move these to the outside as long as it's less than 24 inches. Whoops, that's what I want to do. That should be, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 20. That is not what I asked you to measure. Yeah, 22. So 22.125. Okay, so let's do it this way. 22.125 minus 0.75 for 1/2 the thickness of the board. It's 21.375. Let's modify that. We'll do 21.75. Oh, okay, how come that's wrong? Oh, 21.375. Good Lord Almighty. Helps if you learn how to read. Oops. Yeah, I guess that's fine. There we go, that's better. Yeah, we'll do it like that. It's under 24 inches. Now I want to go. Do I want to? Well, what's the distance between here to here? Oh my goodness. 53. 53.5 divided by 16 will give me almost 4. But 53 divided by 53.5 divided by 2. Yeah, that's over 24 inches, so we need at least a third one in there. 53. Or 2 in there, I'm sorry. So 17. So if I do, okay. Alright, yep. I will do, okay, that's good enough. Let's pull one of these, and I'll align those. 16 inches on center, and then the middle gap. Well, I'll do 16 inches this way. We'll see how that looks. 16. Oh, okay. That was just a. Okay, come. Oh, stop grabbing what I don't want to grab. So not nice. Something don't look right. Wait, what? 60. And then the distance from here to here should be just about right. Doesn't have to be exact. 18.5, yeah, I'm okay with that. I think what we might do, we'll have to check some windows and see about that. Alright, let's get this in the assembly, and I think we'll call it a session. We'll go ahead and save that bad boy. And let's bring that in. Right, so ball assembly. Put that over here. And we'll align this. No, we'll do it with that front face. Flip around. Yep. And this sits on top. And I believe I'm going to have to change that. I believe I'm going to have to change that. Oh, wait. That's not right. Nope. 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 I'm going to change that one, mate. So that's got to go butt up against this bad boy. There we go. Now, what you're seeing here is really all the walls are going to be the same height. Well, with the exception of the front. We are going to put that at 10, and then the trusses will cover the gap, the distance between, and be at the slope that we need to. And then for the ends, we'll be fixing that as well. But you don't really want to design a wall that has its roof pitch into it. Basically, you want that as a separate attachment, because then you have a I'll have to get the technical term, but there's another board that you put across, kind of like how we did on the sill, as a sill plate down on the bottom. So, and I'll have to verify that doing it this way with the putting that door in should be fine. We'll have to see how it looks. I'll have to look at that and see if I can find a model of it or something, or design a model or something like that. Go from there. One thing that does not look quite right is this. I do want to look at that real quick. It's 12 and... Oh, that's right, because I singed that in. Actually, that's fine. Alright, I think that is a good stopping point. I kind of wanted to keep these like a 2 hours, around 2 hour mark. If you guys want me to go longer, just make some notes in the comments. Uh, let me know. One last thing, I do have a Patreon set up. If you want to support the channel and see it grow, the more things I can bring in and do, the more different kinds of genres of design I can do, and also builds. One of the things I would love to start looking into is some 3D printing, which I can actually do this kind of stuff and actually make models. The Patreon, there's a link on the banner of the YouTube channel. You can check that out. There's lots of perks and stuff for anyone, no matter what level that you provide support at. You can check out all the details. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on the community page, community section of the YouTube channel, or you can ask questions on this video. Anyway, I appreciate everyone for watching, and I will be doing episode 2 next Tuesday, which will be Tuesday the 8th, and same time, 6 o'clock, and we'll go for a couple hours and get a good point done. So once again, appreciate everybody for watching, and I hope to see everybody again soon. Thank you very much.